If you were wondering what the loot from 420 kobolds in the Fargodeep mine looks like, this is the video for you. We got 98 copper ore, 77 rough stone, 199 linen cloth, 3 scrolls of protection and spirit, 3 tiger's eyes, 1 shadow gem, 1 malachite, 5 silver leaf, 1 earth root, 1 linen robe pattern, and 1 6-slot bag. As I was doing the farm, I just ran over and sold them all of my grays. We got about 50 silver, and I spent another 12 in mail, so about 60, 70 silver in total. Overall, this is a decent farm. I recommend doing this farm on a miner, as you get a lot of extra value out of the copper nodes. And sometimes there was like 2 nodes right next to each other, or a node would just respawn right in front of my face, and then you can send the linen cloth to your tailor. There are 4 quests for this area. You get the best one from Remy 2 time. This is the quest that gives you the bag of marbles, which is crucial for leveling. You get the Fargodeep mine from Marshall Dugan. All you have to do is explore the mine. And you get the candles quest from William Pestle, inside the inn. For the 4th quest, you're going to need to run down to the Stonefield farm. Pick up Lost Necklace. And then run over to the other farm, turn it in. You'll need to get 4 chunks of boar meat. Then you'll take that quest back over. When you turn that in, you'll have to go back to the little boy, give him the pie, and then he'll send you on the quest. That's to kill Goldtooth. Something you want to keep in mind is the fully constructed minecarts act as evade spots. So if you get in a tough spot or you pull extra, jump on top of one of the minecarts, wait till they reset, and you can even hearth. In order to get to Goldtooth, enter the mine from the upper level, go to the main section, and then hang a left. You have to fight through a few kobolds, but at the bottom there's Goldtooth. Also up on the stairs, if you go to the back of the mine, is Narg the Taskmaster. He doesn't drop anything good, just this old ratty belt. It's really not worth killing him, and at the level that you'll be in the mine, for most people, it's going to be a very difficult fight, and you usually have to pull him with an extra ad. So I definitely don't recommend doing this, unless you're just with your boys and you want to kill him just to kill him, but he really doesn't offer anything of value. So I don't even think it's worth taking the time to kill him. Overall, it's a pretty decent farm. Like I said, if you're going to do a farm, if you're going to farm and grind, do this on a miner. And because this is so low level, even if you don't plan on going with mining, if you're going to grind the cave, make sure you pick mining up. You're also going to get a lot of linen that you can send to a tailor to make 6-slot bags. So early in your hardcore adventure, this is definitely a decent farm to do. So I did a little bit of research. These mines were in use before the orcs invaded, and then they actually took the mines over for copper, iron, and gold, although us players can only really get copper out of the situation. I believe that after they had pushed the orcs back, possibly they had other things to do. Just over the next couple decades, the kobolds moved in, and spoiler alert, the kobolds are working with the gnolls and Defias. We learned this from the gold schedule that is dropped by the gnolls in Elwyn Forest. You do that, you find out that they're working with the Defias, and then you take care of the collector so he won't be doing any more collecting. But now that Stormwind has established his presence, and you, the adventurer, are coming through and setting right all the wrongs, one of those things is reestablishing dominance over the mines. These are critical resources, and the kobolds are effectively part of a bandit organization, so obviously we want to break that up. I don't think the kobolds really understand they're part of this organization, and the gnolls have been at war with the humans for some time now. What is clear is the Defias are orchestrating this. They are taking advantage. They are trying to use these resources to give themselves leverage in the land, and it's up to you, the adventurer, to put a stop to that. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you go check out Brock Gage's 500 kill playlist. It has almost 100 videos. He doesn't seem to be making them anymore, and that's kind of what inspired this. I didn't expect it to be so much like tutorial type of lore and stuff like that, but there's not a whole lot of items here. Mainly, if you want some ore, you're just getting started out on classic hardcore, and linen, either for bags to pimp out all of your characters with 6 slaughters, or if you want to give your casters some wands. This is not a terrible farm. The reason why I did this is me and my buddy Haas were originally talking about, if you're going to farm mobs, such as the boars, just for XP, just doing a grind, some people just like grinding mobs for XP. What is the better grind? In my initial test of doing 100 of each, they seem pretty similar, but you get more gold from the boars and you get copper and linen from the kobolds. So I'm going to be doing a boar grind. We're going to kill 420 boars and we're going to compare them. I also might grind some Defias and see, are the Defias a better grind than the kobolds? So my plan is to make this a series, and whatever mobs I'm grinding, I'll explain if there's quests for them, maybe a little bit of lore. As we get higher level, I expect that we'll be able to focus more on the loot, because there's going to be a lot more juicy loot. But, some of these areas are going to be very story-rich. It's going to be very interesting. If you don't know, me and my buddy Haas, we play multiple characters on hardcore, so once you've done something like 20 times in a row, you get kind of familiar with the different lore of the area and what's actually going on. It's not just you going and killing random rat-like people. They have a backstory. Anyways, so that's the end of this